Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to episode number 4 of In Quarantine Podcast. My name is Kelly Indy Smith, and I am excited that you have decided to join me again. If this is your first time listening to a podcast, hello. So today we're going to dive into the topic of the new normal, and it's a new year. Hopefully everyone has really began feeling the weight and the extent of what this new normal is going to be, whatever that may look like for you. But before we get into that, I felt it necessary for myself, even, in the midst of COVID, not even in the new year, but in the midst of COVID, at its peak, everyone, was quick to jump to this narrative. And obviously we're being given this narrative about the new normal. So to many people, the new normal look like work from home, digital learning, just keep going same way, but just do it at home, do it 6 feet apart, do it social distancing, do it, with the COVID-19 protocols in mind, right? And that's kind of what the new normal was. And, for some time, I had to push back on that. For me, I felt that there was a moment where everything just stopped and I was living, but I was in survival mode. And I know a lot of people felt that way too. And when I started gradually coming to my senses and realizing that this is going to be here for a while, then I began questioning, okay, what is my normal going to look like? But before even getting there, I said, wait, before thinking of a new normal, I have to realize what happened back there. So while it's necessary for us to begin cultivating some sort of new normal for ourselves and for those around us, I think it's also very, very important and crucial that we take some time to really evaluate the old normal and question if that was normal to begin with. What is normal? Who decides what normal is? What is normal rooted into? The normal in America, the normal in Kenya, the normal in the Netherlands, the normal in the Caribbean, in St. Lucia. All of these normals are very, very different. And there are so many factors that determine what we constitute as normal. So I think now is the perfect opportunity for us to question, okay, what was that old normal about, especially with our personal growth, our personal existence, and how we interact with the world around us. And a few examples: social media is like the number one thing. Now it's so normal for everyone to be on social media and be entangled with flex culture, celebrity gossip, popularity, and just be in the trend of what's happening, right? But who decides if that's normal? There are some people who have decided their normal is not being on social media, not constantly being targeted by algorithms and being surveyed and watched and, basically manipulated to fit a company's motives and all that stuff. Some people have decided, no, they're not on social media and that's their normal, and studies have even shown that increased social media usage also increases tendencies like suicide, depression, and all these other things that really decrease the quality of life, of our life, and persons have decided, there's nothing normal about that. So now we have that opportunity to change the way that, we do things. And obviously, I think with social media, there's going to be so much work that needs to be done if a person decides to get off of it, as far as, the internal work of being okay with that or even get into that place. But, not everyone's the same. Some people might not feel, any symptoms from social media usage. So it could be something where, you decide to lessen your usage and you decide, okay, I only go on social media once a week and that's my normal. You could do that. You don't have to be on your phone every day in social media and in those spaces as people show that it's normal. There are tons of other examples. That was just a really small one. Maybe your new normal could be taking care of your body. If you know that you love sugar and your tea or coffee or juice, whatever it is, it's always packed with sugar. How about you change that normal up a bit? If you know that you hate exercising, how about you change that normal up? Take some walks. How about we spend time in solitude? Just spend some time just laying down wherever you are and don't do anything. That could be normal. How about we learn a hobby? If there's something that we've always wanted to do, but for some reason or next we've talked ourselves out of it, how about now our normal incorporates that into the scheme of things? And like I said before, now whatever you do now, it has the opportunity to really change, because the whole world is changing. It has the opportunity to completely change the trajectory of your life. And no one's going to blame you, because guess what? Everyone dealt with COVID differently, and you're allowed that change. So allow yourself to change. Allow yourself to question that old normal and embrace a new normal that's going to help you become the version of yourself that you've always wanted to be, that you've seen yourself being. But by the constraints of what constitutes as normal, we cower. It's an opportunity now for us to really push the boundaries of where we've been planted. For me, some of my normals, I overplanned. I stressed a lot about, if I'm working on a project, and stressed a lot about it. My normal now is, if it happens, it happens. If it don't, it wasn't meant to be. My normal now is, like I mentioned earlier, at times just laying down and doing nothing and just enjoying the now. My normal now is actually stopping at times and being thankful for small things, praying more, drinking more water. There are so many things that we could do. So many things, folks. So before we jump off the old normal into the new normal, let's stop, think, and make decisions that really our future selves, our present self is going to thank us. I think I've said enough.